Hello and welcome to today's podcast. We are here once again for the final podcast of 2025. We have Emily here locked in, ready to go.
I logged in and ready to go.
And for the final time in the podcast ever before his brand departure, it's Wanderland.
Near Wanderland.
All right, let's talk about some sports. The sport of football. Why do you tell us about your team? How do your Giants team play? What words do you have to describe their play?
They're tanking, bro.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart threw one reception thingy.
Didn't he have like a little more at the end?
Yeah.
Didn't he have like 33 yards or something awful?
Yeah, he got me, for fantasy, he got me 0.02 points.
At least you weren't starting him, but yeah. It was not great. Yeah, let's see. What was his...
Bad. Hey,
I mean, 9 had more than you, bruh.
Mine's out, bro.
I know, but 9 had better stats than you, bruh.
I don't care about that weird fraud.
Yeah, Jackson Dart was 7 for 13 with 33 yards.
Yeah.
With 1 interception. And a passer rating of 27.4, which is pretty bad. Yeah, he had an average of 2.5 yards for passing.
Yeah. Bad.
Let's see. The Jets weren't any better. They lost 6-29 to the Saints. Brady Cook had more passing yards than Jackson Dart did, but he wasn't any better. He was 22 for 35, so he had more. 188 pass yards, average of 5. He had a 64.94 passer rating with 1 interception, so he didn't play awful. I haven't had to see him play because the Jets haven't been on TV in his 2 starts, but next week I'll get to see him.
I was about to say, don't worry, he's starting again.
And then Wanderland, the Lions.
Last game the Lions played, I think, was against the Steelers on the 21st. Yeah. So they played on the 21st. I think that was a close game. The first, Detroit kind of was a slower start. They got 10 points the second round, and then every single round, Steelers
They're called
got
quarters.
points. So.
This is fighting, bruh.
That Lions dude did...
There was fighting, but...
That dude did swing on a Lions fan.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Win in the stands.
Maybe it was Win. Yeah, because after the second quarter, the game was tied, but that last quarter... The last quarter is really the only difference, looking at the breakdown.
Yeah, Steelers pulled up there at the end. Just a little bit better.
Yeah, because
Aaron Rodgers cooked him, saying you can run slower than a 42-year-old.
Perk Rodgers locked in. Alright, so games coming up. By the time this video goes out, the Lions game will already have happened. They are playing Christmas Day, so we're recording this after or before Christmas. But the Lions play Christmas Day on Netflix. Against the Vikings. And then we have the Patriots and Jets playing 1 o'clock on Fox for some reason. Normally the AFC games are on CBS and the NFC games are on Fox, so why the Patriots and Jets are on Fox and the Seahawks and Panthers are on CBS, I have no idea. They switched it around this week because the Giants are also on CBS. So,
aren't you locked in for the Tank Bowl, bro?
Why are you touching my scab on my arm, bro?
I just wanted to see how mountainous it was.
Yeah. So, Jets against Patriots. I'd like to, have the Jets beat the Patriots.
Blow them out.
But the Patriots typically beat bad teams, and
only bad teams.
Yeah, right before recording, I was going to stat the Patriots, who are 12-3, And the Giants, who were the worst at 2-13.
Hey, wait. We got the Raiders too, bruh. We're not the worst.
They are the worst. They have the first overall pick, don't they, currently?
Yeah.
That means they're the worst. The team with the worst record at 2-13 has the same amount of wins against 500 teams. So, average or above teams. The Giants and Patriots have the same amount of wins against them. So, I've been saying it for a while here. I know Jonathan's been tweaking. And I've been saying on X and to people, and a lot of people have been saying it as well. The Patriots are very fraudulent, 12-3. All their wins have been against bad teams. I mean,
Or the refs got them again, bro.
I mean, they've beaten like the Jets, Dolphins, Giants, Buccaneers, like the Browns, like all the teams that aren't good, they've beaten.
I mean, doesn't that not matter though? Because eventually they'll have to face teams that
Yeah,
are
when it
good,
gets
and then they'll just be eliminated.
when it gets to the playoffs, yeah, because they're going to go up against teams that are, you know, have 10 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins. Like they're going up against teams that have equal records to them, that have beaten teams that are equal records to them. So,
So,
yeah,
I mean, let Jonathan and all these people on X talk their shit, but I mean, when it gets to time to actually throw down on the field, like
yeah,
Patriots
Listen.
are gonna find out real quick.
I just liked when they were ass last year.
yeah. No, I agree. I think that
It was ironic because now Jonathan's like, I never said that.
yeah, last year Jonathan was going to become a Bills fan because the Patriots had 2 bad seasons in his life. But yeah, no, I think it's one of those things that the Patriots are going to go and, you know, obviously when the playoffs already have, you know, they're going to get another win probably against the Jets, and they have to play against, I think, the Dolphins or some shit. I don't know who they're playing
Did
next.
they?
Yeah, they're playing the Dolphins. So they got 2 bad opponents, so they could easily finish with 14 wins. But it's one of those things that those are all bad teams, right? Because their opponents are all teams that are equally bad last season. That's how the schedule gets made. It gets made with, like, obviously you play your own division, so that, I mean, they get the Jets and the Dolphins, but so they get to play against those teams for free, right? You get the Jets and Dolphins, but there's a reason they played the Giants, and there's a reason that they played the Browns, and there's a reason they played those teams, because they had the worst record in their division last year. So their opponents are going to be equally as bad. And they were able to add more because they had more money. So they were able to increase some of the players they had on their team compared to other teams that maybe didn't have as much money or were going a different path of what they were trying to do. So I think it's early. I think they've had success, but I know they have a coach who did the same thing with Tennessee. Mike Vrabel really went and coached with Tennessee the first few years. They almost went to the Super Bowl, and they fell off, and he got fired 5 years later. So,
Didn't the Patriots clinch the playoffs this year?
yeah. So, it's Patriots and Broncos from the AFC. So it's one of those things that the Patriots are one of those teams that they're going to go in the playoffs and probably lose the first round. They're one of those teams that next year is not going to be as good as they are this year. Like, I know Jonathan told me, he's like, oh, they have more money, they're going to get better, whatever.
Didn't he want them to spend all their money last year?
Yes, he wanted them to spend all their money the year before when they weren't with the right coach and didn't have everything, and Drake May was still a rookie, which is not the right move. Now, you know, they'll probably go and sign some big free agent or whatever, but that doesn't always also work, because I've seen the Jets do it 5 billion times. They go sign these free agents of dudes that have played for 6, 7, 8 years, and they come in and have 2 seasons and retire, and they're not that good.
Just get ready for Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah. So the thing is that I don't see them going and being as good next year as they are this year. I can see them getting 8-9 or 9-8. Like, they're going to be right around 500 next year, realistically. That's just a feeling that I have about it. And And I can't wait for that because then all the Patriot fans can cope again. Looking overall at we got to talk about the use of the Tank Bowl. You got the Raiders and the Giants. Essentially,
who's hitting the Unk Bowl, bro? That already happened.
The Unk Bowl was good. The Raiders and Giants play each other. Basically, whoever loses that game has a very, very good chance of having the first overall draft pick. And both teams are equally shit.
They're gonna end with 0-0 going into overtime.
No, here's the thing. Those types of games, they're both equally terrible. It could be really good.
Yeah.
Because they're so evenly shit that they could both score 35 points.
I'm locked in for this game, bro.
That's the thing. It's either going to be like you said, where they get 0 points or 6-0, or it could be ridiculous and they both get 35, 40 points. But that is happening, and again, whoever loses that game will likely have the first overall pick because they're both right at the bottom. They're both the 2 and 13. So the only teams that are every other team has more wins than that because you have Tennessee, the Jets, Browns, and Cardinals that all are 3 and 12. So those teams each have one more loss. And again, one of them's going to jump up to 3 and 13. One's going to say 2 and 13. I mean, it's definitely something that they're likely going to have the first overall pick. So definitely something to watch there for draft purposes.
I feel like the Tank Bowl will be good.
So yeah, we'll have that, and we'll have the Jets and Patriots. So we'll actually be able to watch those games, I'm assuming. But yeah. Do you have anything that you want to touch on in the sports segment of this episode? Any other discussions?
I'm just ready to watch football. How bad it's gonna be.
Real. I agree. Alright. Wonderland, do you have anything you want to add?
Not this week. I don't know any sports news outside what's already been talked about.
No sports news from Wonderland. Alright. Let's talk about our videos we did this week.
I have a question for Wan about sports.
Ask Wen a question about sports.
How do you feel about one of the Lions fans getting swung on?
He definitely deserved it. He's probably a lion that was talking too much stupid shit.
All right, videos.
No, I actually didn't. I didn't hear about that. So
Bro was wearing a fucking blue-haired wig, bro.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Apparently, the thing is that the player that did it said that he had racial words said to him and offensive words, and the fan was just like, "Nah, I just called him his full name," and he got hurt. So,
what was his name?
His name's DK Metcalf, but DK is stands for his
Donkey Kong.
His first name and middle name. So the fan called him his full name, and he didn't like it and got hurt. So I don't know which one it is, obviously, because it comes down to them. But
no, it was the football player hitting a fan.
Yeah,
it
doesn't go well.
No, I didn't know the kids.
I don't know if either one of you heard of the Malice at the Palace. I think I told you about it a little bit, but basically it's 2004 in Indiana. They had a big fight where players were going into the stands punching fans.
Wasn't that basketball or something?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I did see a recording of that after you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
They have fans they were trying to pull seats out of the thing to throw at the players. Yeah, it was ridiculous. But yeah.
Now we have dildos being thrown.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
At least that's funny.
Yeah, right?
Oh, we're going to talk about fantasy football. I know there's something we're missing. Fantasy football. Before we go into segment. Let's see. This is an interesting thing. I'm missing something in my little missing something brain.
I don't know if I should know.
I'm currently winning 119-72 against my brother. Yeah, I got a response from Jonathan to my saying that it was interesting with the Giants and Patriots, and his response is still 12-3. So that's Patriot fans' response. Typically, is we won and it doesn't matter. So we're still 12-3. Okay, but you didn't play any good opponents, so it's a fraudulent 12-3. But doesn't really matter. I don't really give a shit because it doesn't matter to me. It's funny because bros heard about it more than anything because you can cope, I guess.
I feel like it's fraudulent if the team loses in the playoffs, because then that just shows, like, yeah, they are playing against easy teams, but ultimately they still got the wins. So you can't just discredit all those wins. Yeah, they're against easy teams, but like if they can then show themselves in the playoffs, then I feel like that invalidates that claim. But if they lose, then that just shows, well, this is just evidence that we were talking about the entire time.
Well, I think that's the thing. The thing is that I understand your team winning and celebrating or whatever, but acting like you're back to when your team was dominant, you know, when the Patriots were like a threat to win every game every season, and like Tom Brady was cooking everybody, and like Bill Belichick was like implementing ways to cheat every single week. Like, they're not back to that. They had one good season. Let's not act like your dynasty's back. That's the part that I think is just like, let's chill. And it's like, y'all were very silent when your team was ass, and the one time they have like 12 wins, like, you're back to we're the greatest team ever and it's our destiny to win 5 billion Super Bowls or some stupid shit. That's the part that I think is just annoying to everybody else, because mostly everybody else thinks the Patriots as a bunch of bums who cheat every week. Even when they were winning, they were just thought of as cheaters. So when you come back and celebrate, oh, our dynasty's back, everybody's like, just shut up. Just fuck off. I think it just pisses off people more because everybody's like, get the hell out of here, dog. Like, no one asked for you to speak on football at the moment.
No, but I don't really remember too much about the whole cheating debacle. I remember what happened, what transpired, but
because
exactly
there's multiple. There's like evidence of it happening yearly in different ways.
Right, but specifically on the deflating ball thing, how exactly? Because to me, that sounds exactly like if someone's like put extra oil on a bowling lane where you can't like it's shared by both.
The footballs aren't shared by both.
Oh, they're not.
No, they're prepared by their team. Each team prepares their football.
And then so they swap in between plays if like someone drops it and picks it up and then takes the ball.
Basically the thing is that if you throw the ball and the other team catches it, right, and they run with the ball, when the other team comes out, their football goes on the field.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, if it was, you know, we'll say the Giants against the Lions, right, and Jackson Dart throws an interception, and one Lions dude gets his running with the ball, but when Jared Goff goes out there to throw the ball for the Lions now, the Lions football is now on the field. And then, say he throws an interception, well, then it goes back to the Giants and their football, because the footballs are set up the way that each quarterback likes it. So each quarterback has a preference to how the ball is, just like any, you know, sport or anything that you have your preference to. Way, you know, the way the oil's set on it, or, you know, the way that it's all cured and everything, they all have a different feel for it. So again, Jared Goff probably has a different feel than the way Jackson Dart does. And it's that type of thing. So they switched the ball. So the Patriots deflated it under the amount that's supposed to be, so that way it would be better for them to
give extra grip.
I mean, ultimately they ended up absolutely destroying the Colts. I don't think it really mattered. It wasn't like the game was close. It was like 40-7. But again, that could have been a factor in it. They've had times where they had the tuck rule one that helped them back when they won like their first Super Bowl, that the ball should have been a I forgot whatever it was that benefited the Patriots, and it shouldn't have. It was a rule that essentially was made up in the moment. You had them filming the Jets calls, so that way they could.
That would have been weird.
That type of thing. They've done that against other teams, so they've always done it, and they've always cheated. So everybody thinks the Patriots as cheaters, and not as, this amazing dynasty who deserves to have the most credit as being brilliant. Unless you're a Patriot fan, everybody's like, nobody cares. Your dynasty is irrelevant from all your cheating. So I think it's that. But again, it's one of those things that you can sit here and say you won the games or whatever, but ultimately when it comes down to it, when it comes to the playoffs and you get eliminated in the first round, like, winning the games doesn't matter because you beat bad teams, right? That's the thing. When you beat bad teams, you can't show that A, you're a good team, and B, you haven't gone up against good teams. So when you have to see teams that are coached better and have better players, you're probably going to get cooked. So, again, all the Patriot fans, and their response, like Jonathan's, we have 12 wins, is genuinely what the response is on the internet. And through memes, I remember there was that one that we seen, they listed all the quarterbacks, and that was response was, at least we have wins or whatever.
Yeah.
That's typically their response, because there is no response to you've played against bad teams and your team is fraudulent. The response is just, at least we won, because that's all you can say.
See, your response, if you're a Jonathan, has to be, well, we'll just see then.
Exactly.
If the 12 wins are so earned, then we'll just see through the playoffs, and we'll see when they inevitably make it into the Super Bowl and win.
Like, that's the thing, right? Like, that's got to be the response. And Jonathan's response just goes to shitting on Emily and I for our teams being bad. That's his go-to response.
Like, my bad, we had our head coach fired, our other coach fired, another coach fired. Joe Schoen might get fired. We lost 2 good players.
Yeah, because you wouldn't even need to mention how bad the other teams are if your team actually had the ability to just smoke every other team. Because you wouldn't need to talk shit.
Yeah, like when he messaged me like, I hope the Jets can be a good opponent sometime. It's like, okay, I guess.
Just give them.
Got him. I mean,
the off season. We'll be ready.
Like, the Jets aren't going to be good until they fire Woody, or until Woody Johnson sells the team, because he just keeps firing people. Woody Johnson needs to get fired. But nah, if you have a bad owner, there's nothing you can do. And I mean, Jonathan thought the Patriots had a bad owner because they had 2 bad seasons. So, Robert Kraft came in and was the main dude who helped build that team obviously up, because he bought it when they were trash and they became very good. So Robert Kraft's one of the best owners in the league. So, but I remember Jonathan saying he was a bad owner because they had 2 seasons of losing and
he didn't spend all their money.
And they didn't spend all the money. I'm like, bro, let me have Robert Kraft as a team owner, dog. I'll gladly trade with you, dog.
Well, bro also said that Legend ZA was a bad game. Played it.
I mean, bro's a lot of bad takes. So, back to fantasy football, though. My team is winning, not that it matters. 3rd place game. Emily, though, 115-155 as she takes on the Patriots. Basically.
I just hope the Colts are absolute dookie playing the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Because they're projected to get a lower score because the Colts are good.
The Colts are not good now.
Yeah.
Emily's playing against Jonathan's brother, who genuinely just adds players last minute that happen to cook. So,
I just said I'll add all the Patriots players and maybe I'll win because they're playing against the Jets.
Yeah, because Jonathan's brother has 3 Patriot players. He had like 5 for 1 week. But yeah, he just goes and drops people and then adds players in like literally the last minute, and they happen to cook. That's how he's gotten. Whereas his team was not good all season. He was just about 500, but he happened to beat me doing the same thing, and now against Emily. So
on that Nancy Pelosi stock trading grind.
basically, other matchups. My dad's currently losing, and Mr. September, you're about to be last in the league. Last place game. You against Jonathan.
Well, I have to beat him then.
Bro, you say this every single week, and then you have a kicker who's not even on an NFL team right now, bro.
Listen, he might earn some points practicing, playing with his family or something like that. Who knows? Maybe there's someone watching him.
Like,
He's at home.
bruh, you have a dude on the IR on your team lineup. You have a dude who got you 0 points. Your defense got you -4, and a kicker who is a free agent.
Just
Bro, I thought he was better
drop,
off by fucking drafted English football team, bro.
just
Arsenal.
drop everyone and add new players.
The only dude he has as good as his running back here. Everybody else is kind of mid, though.
Can I have him for this week of struggles? Going against a fraudulent team who just switches their players every week.
All right, on to our videos this week. First up, Wen commented on his own video, where the real lyrics copyright of the title of this episode is different. To answer that question, it was not, but I'm using that song, all the lyrics for Fallout 76 titles.
I thought that you were doing that, and I was like, bro, this is so weird that this dude has like the second line of that verse of that song at the same week that I have "Take Me Home, Country Roads." It's so weird that lined up like that.
Because I did that for Fallout 76, like when we started playing it when that first came out, and then I didn't play it obviously for years, and Emma and I are playing it a lot. So when we made videos on it, I went back to doing the titling that way. So I didn't want your title to be the same as my Fallout titles. So I was like, how do I make it ridiculous? So
That's fair.
that's why I did it.
Bro was trying to copyright your idea.
Yeah, bro was trying to copy my titling idea. That's crazy.
Get an original idea.
So take Wen
that's-
home, Detroit Roads. I think is honestly funnier because it's Wen.
I made a whole song for it when.
Oh, I need to hear this.
I'll have
We'll
to.
play that segment after my Fortnite days.
Get singing.
Yeah, right. I'm better be just whipping shit out of my ass.
All right. Videos this week. First off, we did we'll talk about Wreckfest first. How everybody feel about Wreckfest? The final video you guys recorded together for gaming content.
I didn't crash WAN, and that was my objective.
Yeah, you literally said to me, you're like, I gotta crash WAN, and then didn't.
Because I didn't get close to WAN.
I didn't crash Emily either, surprisingly. Honestly, a lot of the racing content that we had this week, I barely had any crashes. It was more just like hard, solid race, which is
No, they're stupid
Very-
AI, bro.
very strange. Yeah, the AI was a problem, but
That's what crashed me. Except for that one time you hit into me because the AI was pushing you.
Bro,
and
the
I
AI
got
just didn't
cooked.
stop. It was like that in the video that we recorded just together at Wreckfest coming out later. It's the same thing. The AI just don't stay off of you, and they just like
Bro.
ram you into the fucking wall. I won the episode. I tried to get Emily to pass WAN in points. Emily had no points until the last 2 races, and she won the last 2. So I just destroyed WAN on the last race. But
I was
very
down by
close,
4.
very close.
if you had not gotten past, like if my car didn't get as destroyed taking you out,
Mhm.
I would have been able to finish ahead of you, and you probably would have finished behind her in points. But
Because I got 10, and I needed 6 points.
yeah, and I think that I got 6, so you guys would have been tied.
It would have had to be another race.
Yeah, basically. Speaking of tiebreakers, Gran Turismo.
Great segue.
The final Gran Turismo episode for WAN. The final episode of Season 6. And it came down to a 26-point gap between Emily and I going into that episode. And the first race at Yas Marina, Wen kind of cooked in that, but in the end, ended up finishing third.
Got played.
So that's the thing. That's why I kept telling you to call those weight ups, because the weight ups genuinely got you that championship.
In situations like that, yeah, where they're free and you just like get one every single race. Like I've used them before in the exact same way to stop me from getting, or stop you guys from getting points, and I mean, you ultimately won the championship off of that. I think it was a very hectic and entertaining episode, probably one of the best of the entire series overall.
What?
We didn't even get to race 4 yet. We just got to race 1, bro. You're not supposed to say it yet.
The episode's been out for 2 days and all the shorts are going out. What do you mean?
I don't fucking know, bro.
But no, that's the thing. The weight ups that are what got you the championship. So the first one you called, all right, was beneficial there. You were able to get the win from WAN. So I was able to get second. So you closed the gap down. I believe it was 23 points. So I led 2 laps. Then the next race, we went to whatever that stupid dirt track is.
Big Willow was a good pick on Emily's part.
God, that was awful.
The weird bean-shaped track.
That was awful. I was just spinning out in the dirt, and you guys were racing, and then Emily once again used a weight up and was able to get ahead of Wan, who had led most of that race.
I barely bumped him out of the way, too. That was the funny part.
Do you have a clip of that?
I might.
Because I didn't see it, obviously. I was in the... Because I went to the pits, because I was like, oh, I'll pit, but the pits were before... The pit box was before the line, so when I came out of the pits, I crossed the line and ended the race.
Yeah, because that turn, I, tried to just bump him up the track to go wide, and then his car said, see you later.
And then, because I had crossed the line, after you guys had finished and the time went to 0, the timer started going down. So you were in the lead when the timer hit 0, got the race win. At that point, I think the gap was down to, 15 or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then we went to Daytona, where you did not race well.
The invisible wall, bro.
Yeah.
That wall I hit, I was this far away from it. And the game said, no, you hit the wall.
Weird. That was a good race between Wen and I most of that time. Wen led early because I pit on the first lap. And then the switch basically happened when pit, and he also made a mistake. Did you spin in the grass? Is that what happened?
I don't remember. No, let's see. It was when I was coming around the checkpoint. It was early on. I think I did go around that second turn where it's that straight. I hit the grass just a little bit, spun out, and then had to recover. It was a full spin, and then driving out of the grass. Yeah, so I basically lost 8 seconds on that.
You lost 10 because I think I was 15. It was a gap of 15. I was 15 behind you. Emily was 15 behind me. And then
and then from there you just fucking.
It was 5. It was 5 seconds. I was like, okay. And then you pit, so then you were 15, 20 seconds behind me. But my tires were so bad because I pit with the first lap, so I had soft tires for.
You didn't take wets.
I didn't take wets that time. That was a good move. But we didn't talk about that. The race before I took wets because I kept going off the tracks. I was like, "Oh, give me more grip." And
that was ultimately what led to the.
Didn't give you more grip.
Didn't give me more grip.
That was what led to the finish. Possibly you getting third on Big Willow because it finished early because we reset there at the end.
I was gonna get third on Big Willow anyways.
Not if Emily did that crash or that punt and.
Yeah, no, I was too far behind though.
Weren't you a lap down?
I was a lap down.
You were, but that was because of the.
I would have been a lap behind either way because I was spinning off the track every 2 seconds. But yeah, after that, we then at Daytona, Wan and I were racing really well, but I just couldn't keep up because he had the way newer tires. And then I tried to just block and make a move, and we were both going on the apron of the track, and for some reason I went too far, and the game set me back. But I put him on the banking of the turn, so then when I tried to take off, my car just spun because I had no grip, and I was on the banking, which then set me in a spot for Emily to pull up. And when I finally did get grip, I had to block the shit out of her, and she was able to go by.
Bro went up the track, and I was
So-
like, nah. Imagine when I swerved that shit just spun too. I think I would have tweaked.
So that set us up to then go to Watkins Glen. So we went to Watkins Glen last because that was Wan's pick. It was his last episode. And the gap between us was, 11?
Mm-hmm.
It was 11 points between us because we had the result that we had at Daytona. Emily again gained a few points, finishing second. I finished third. So, Watkins Glen, essentially what had to happen is Emily was going to win this championship. She needed to win, and if I finished third, she had to lead like 2 laps and would have won the thing. Wen picked...
Just to preface this, I picked a really bad car for this track.
Yeah. So, that was the thing. Wen picked he picked the wrong car. So, it was Emily and I going, racing, just the whole time. Now, I was struggling a little bit in some of those turns, more than I had in previous times at Watkins Glen. I was kind of struggling the whole episode. My car said thank you, Wan, on it, so I think it was cursed by Wan.
If you put Wan on the car, it's over.
Yeah,
next time I'll just put time to Wan, and maybe I'll do better. But
you gotta sneak a WAN on one of Emily's liveries, and that way you can just get that win sneakily in the next season.
If you put Wan on my car, though, can it be a picture and not text?
No, it's gonna be text.
That's gay.
Could that be the one of me eating the cake? Just import that picture.
If I could get that to be small enough file, I'd have to do like the stupid ones where they do like 50 billion like images. You gotta overlay them all.
Fine.
But yeah, so we go to Watkins Glen. Wan has the wrong car. Emily has her Supra. I got my Supra. I'm struggling.
I'm just ripping around.
She's leading 8 laps, so it's at the point where all we have to do is just finish first and second, and she's got this championship locked down. But Wen, first of all, called a reset, which brought everybody closer, but it didn't really matter at that point. Wen was going to drop back, so it's still us going for first and second. You go wide, though, after the bus stop. And I take the lead, but my tires are cooked because I'm pushing the whole time trying to catch you. So I make a mistake. I was looking behind me, I made a little mistake, hit the wall slightly. But then, when we go into the second to last turn, I miss the corner and go wide and then spin. Because I think you came and hit me. And then you spun yourself, didn't you? Going into the last turn. But
I think I went too wide.
I think after you hit me, you spun in the last section, right? Either way, we go. Wen wins. You finish second. I finish third. And with your laps led. Alright, so with that result, Emily had enough laps led for us to be tied. I don't know who got fastest lap, but that did factor in. I think Wen got fastest lap, so that wasn't actually a factor. You led 8 laps and finished second. I led no laps, finished third. We were tied on points, so we had to go to one more race. And I felt the most fitting track would be Red Bull Ring. We both all 3 of us had Red Bull in our car at certain points. Emma and I are both wearing Red Bull shirts right now. I'm drinking a Red Bull.
I was drinking a Red Bull during the race as well.
Red Bull.
Look at that. Wan had a Red Bull. Emily has a fake Red Bull.
It's a
Going
new
out to get a
flavor.
Red Bull after this recording.
We have a Red Bull flag behind us. So it just felt appropriate to go to the Red Bull Ring. Now we weren't keeping track of laps. It was just purely down to whoever won that last race. And it was only 5 minutes out of 10. We didn't need to do a full 10-minute race for who was going to win. All you had to do was make one mandatory pit stop, change your tires like normal. So, you led most of that race. We did have the first lap. We did both spin. After I got my car lost a little control of it. I was on traction control 1, sending it through a corner. And took us both out. Did you get that one as a short?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's real good, because whenever you're talking about goddamn Pokemon camera angles.
You know, you mentioned about no one can talk when we're locked in after all these years that you've done it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even commentate on the fucking race, bro. You were talking about the Pokemon camera.
Yeah, it wasn't like, alright, let me comment on this race, guys. Alright, what's happening now? So, anyways, guys, the Pokemon angle.
And then he said, don't forget to pit.
After we pit.
Bro wasn't paying attention at all. Bro was definitely playing Pokemon.
Bro was out here, he's like, alright, so, let me catch
these camera angles.
Yeah. Bro had a switch pulled up over mid.
No, I genuinely was watching him play the whole time. Watching the whole time. For some reason, Pokemon camera angles came to mind. I was like, bro, just because one of the camera angles was whack in the game, and I was like, this is...
Here we go again.
The spectating mode sucked, so I was like, bro, this reminds me of Pokemon.
So yeah. There was that last race. Wen's talking about Pokemon. I'm trying to focus on catching Emily.
I'm trying not to shit myself.
Wen's tweaking about camera angles and Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then...
You got me in the mic.
Yeah, you're over here, like, deep breathing in the microphone. Like,
You're welcome.
and I'm just like, let me not spin. Do not spin. And we go into the last turn. I'm like, I'm just going to send this shit. But if I went too wide, I was going to spin out. And I touched the grass, and I wasn't really able to do anything. So Emily won the championship, season 6. So Wen is the only person to ever compete in the Gran Turismo Series to not win a championship.
It feels good, honestly. You know, I might...
Golf rules.
That's a record in itself, so...
He's in an elite category of only him not winning.
Exactly. You gotta be the odd one out.
So, I won the first 4 seasons. Jonathan won season 5. Emily won season 6. So, we'll see. Season 7 starts in next week. Emily and I will be racing each other, obviously. Just straight up head-to-head. So, there's that. And lastly, we recorded Minecraft, Wen and I did, for our project of Wen and I playing games together. So, besides the first 5 minutes of us having our own unk-off of who can't figure out how to make the menu work.
You know, I watched that part, and I think I felt getting more, like, retarded as I kept watching it. Because I'm sitting here like, you just pressed 3 fucking buttons, and here you go, you're in a, team together. Nope. It's, like, half the damn video.
Listen, let us just have an unk-off real quick, okay? Here's the thing. I've never played the mode, and Wen doesn't know how to use technology. Like...
Didn't you play the
I've
Hive with
only
me once?
played that
No.
on my own.
I don't think so.
Wen just, tripped and fell on some shit. And
Good job,
died.
bud.
I cut my leg on him. Thanks. I've never played the game mode with anybody else, so I was just like, I figured if I invited friends, then I would just invite you, but you weren't in my friends list, and it was on Minecraft that you were friends instead of. It's kind of like how Blizzard has their own account.
Do you have what?
What nerd?
Get your own water.
So.
Yeah. No, because we're obviously friends on PlayStation, but being friends specifically on the game isn't really necessary when you're just friends on PlayStation.
Right.
So we'd be friends on Minecraft itself, and then after we got it to work though, we played whatever that mode was.
Survival games, I think.
Yeah.
That was actually very fun. I like that first one where he clowned that dude.
I would have liked playing Minecraft more if my controller wasn't tweaking.
Yeah.
I definitely can say that the video was fun, but goddamn was annoying with the stick drift. But yeah, we cooked that first dude. That was hilarious. What do you think about that? We clowned that bum.
I probably would have done the same thing.
You got to.
But, like, they could also kill other people for you instead. They can just be the target.
That's what I was thinking, but my plan there was like I didn't want him to get too set up to the point where like it would be, because I know Curtis isn't as good as Minecraft PvP as I am. So if I was decked out and Curtis like had some good armor, I didn't want him to like turn on Curtis, kill me, like, you know, some bullshit happening and get too strong.
To what?
Your PvP isn't
See,
where it should be.
That's the thing. I'm not good at that, but when it comes to like, okay, let's go and play let's play a racing game in a public lobby. I'm like first or second, and you guys are like, I'm in 10th, guys. I'm crashing. Like here's the thing. If we did like GTA or Gran Turismo, like online, which we've done those online.
I haven't.
Okay, you haven't done Gran Turismo, but we've done like GTA online racing. Like, Wen will do good, or he'll be in like 8th, or like you've done it and you're like 15th, and I'm like lapping you, and you're just like cruising around the track. Or then like Gran Turismo, certain tracks, some of them people have crazy ass setups which I don't fuck with. But if it's purely just racing without setting up things, just default setups, I'll be gone. And the Wen's like more towards the back, getting people to say like, kick this fraud. So like it's just the opposite, where you guys are both really good at like fighting and stuff like that, where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So
I think also it's stick drift would make it impossible to like be good at PvP.
Yeah, but the stick drift got worse with that controller. I mean, I've been bad at it when I had the pink controller before. I was bad at it on the PS4 when I didn't have stick drift. It's just the stick drift, which is very annoying and noticeable throughout a lot of the videos. It's gotten worse, I feel like. It's the original white controller that came with the system.
Mm-hmm.
Because the original ones weren't as good. It's just that the pink one broke because it got dropped. And somehow it's just not... Jonathan fixed it, and then it broke again. So...
I want a 1v1 win.
You guys should 1v1.
One of our old survival maps, or creative maps. That'd be fun.
Do like we did in our monthly miniseries where we did the battle stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy.
Because I know Emily would pull up with some fucking crazy ass strategy, like some shit I was trying to do, but like actually not die doing half of the ideas.
Yeah, that was your issue. You just like died half the fucking time when you tried to do something.
I have a Minecrafted question for you, Wan.
Yeah.
In your hardcore Minecraft series, where you softly died to a bunch of frauds,
Yeah.
what was the strategy of jumping down into the 18 weird mushroom-looking men who just beat your ass to death?
Okay, so I kind of wanted to end the series off there with like something crazy. That though changed when I was actually like halfway through the episode. I was like, all right, well, you know, I'll just ask for more episodes. I'll finish off the series, you know, when I finish off the series. And so I made that plan, and when the TNT didn't work, I was like, oh, fuck. So I had to get back to my base, and I had dropped down because I thought I'd survive going through the tower. And when I got hit down, basically, it was like 3 or 4 flights and almost died. I was like, oh, fuck. And
it's always when in towers, bro.
I jumped out of the tower and then onto the like wooden platform that they had, and I realized if I jumped straight out, would have land, I had a half heart, I would die. So I tried to jump back into the base and then like run, and there were 2 dudes down there and killed me with their shield or with their axe. So I was like, God damn it.
I was
But I
looking
did try
for
and make
like,
escape.
I was looking for a like Wan blew himself up or something, like
Yeah, I thought it was something goated.
not Wan dies to a bunch of weird looking mushroom men because he jumped down too early.
Bro, I was gonna get like the whole plan that I had for that episode was I was gonna get like 15 different blocks of TNT and then like blow their tower up, drop down, kill everybody, and then die like while they were still spawning it. But it didn't work like that because creepers only dropped like 1 gunpowder, and I was so pissed, bro. And
Oh,
then the
man.
TNT
Wan
didn't go
needs
off.
to
I
make
was sad.
Can you mod realms? I need Wan to make a realm with the stupid RL Craft mod bro has so I can play it.
Real.
I think you can open realms that are mod packs, so like I could open it and you could just join that server. Because I mean, like, Aaron's brother just like joins my modded servers all the time. Like we were doing airplane one, and we just played that. So you should just be able to join my server with Autocraft without having your own.
Good, I'm in. I'll probably die in 2 minutes, but it's fine.
It's so difficult.
Live stream it.
Well, that's why I want to play it, because I think it's super cool. I just don't have, like, $20 to spend in Minecraft coins right now.
I got you.
There you go. All right, so that's that. Next week we will have the final video that Wan will be in. Obviously, there'll be shorts going out throughout January from content, but the final video, not short, that Wan is featured in, planned to be the last one, is the race playlist, the final one, 16 races. We're going throwback playlist. 5 laps, 16 races. Full send. Like, it's gonna be exciting. I'm ready. It's gonna probably be the longest playlist we've done in a while. Normally playlists are about an hour. We kind of have a limit. Keep the videos to an hour, but that's probably gonna be closer to 2 hours. So
yeah, I already set like a 2 hour, 45-minute time frame out. We're good.
yeah, because
We're hunkering down. Grab some popcorn.
Yeah. Emily gets to edit all that. She's excited, ready to go.
Can I finish, like, the 20,000 I have to do first?
Yeah, you got between now and Sunday, because you and I have to record videos as well. So here's the thing, and I'll just acknowledge this real quick. We have recorded very far ahead with our content.
Mm-hmm.
We have finished all the way through February. Every video besides playlist, podcast, Gran Turismo, and we're bringing back the weekend show for 2026. That's the only 4 videos a week. And we're doing 3 videos a day. Every single thing has been recorded besides those 4 series through February.
That's kind of wild. Not that much content recorded and uploaded and edited.
So we did all of January, edit and upload. Now we're on February, and there's like 60 videos to edit and upload. So Elma's had a good amount of them done. She's been cooking with it. And we just throw in like, okay, what we recorded 2 days ago, that has to be now edited and put up before everything else. So she's got to go back to that, and then we're recording our stuff because Monday you and I are recording, but we can't record on Tuesday because I have to go to the dentist and have a filling done, so I'm not going to be able to talk probably as much or want to talk throughout 2 hours of videos right after that. I'm not going to want to go to the dentist and come home and be like, all right, let's make some videos.
I want to make some videos, guys.
So it's one of those things that Um, we have to record on Sunday. So basically, she has between now and Sunday, and there's also this thing called Christmas and Christmas
Yeah,
Eve. So
part
it's
of it.
not like, hey, I want to sit down and edit all day, like, for the whole week.
Right.
So when this is done, it's kind of lock into editing. Well, we also have to take care of things for Christmas. So it's a lot of stuff, but doing good with that. And yeah, so we're doing 3 videos a day, January, February. We're gonna cut back just a little bit in March. I think we're going to 16 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So from 21 to 16. So we got rid of a few in there. We may go to 17. Depends on what I want to do, but just cutting out a few, just because we literally did spend almost 3 days straight just recording. So
I've been doing a lot of recording this past 2 weeks out of everything because I'm continuing just doing I think 1 or 2 series until I have my baby in March. So I have this one series that I'm planning out. It's another 100-day series based off of like a North America type map, and it's so much editing that I had. It's a whole overlay of like where I am in relation to North America on the map, on the screen at all times, and it just like gives an update of where I am. And then also just like different edits throughout the thing. So it's a lot of work.
I want to know how this dude's PlayStation sounds when it runs all of this.
my question, not on the PlayStation. Yeah, Bro's PlayStation is definitely cooked, but
no, my PlayStation is good. It doesn't have problems with running Minecraft mods like that.
It definitely probably sounds like it's like
gonna explode.
Gonna take off.
Yeah. My question is, in that series, are you taking Greenland for your own?
Greenland's technically not on the map. That's more like Inuit territory.
It's North America, though, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's technically, it just doesn't go up that far. It's kind of like the top part of Canada, and it doesn't really go past that. So,
my next my question is: are you taking Canada for yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm going to Canada and taking everything.
Good.
Actually, the funniest thing is it starts the 30th, so that's the first episode after my Prey series, and then the next episode is going out on January 6th, and I went to where DC is, which of course they have a city built for that, and I had like a whole like section of like building a base and then like setting up, fucking going in and just burning the Capitol building, blowing it up. It's crazy, bro.
Good.
Crazy.
Good. My January 6th video is me playing Just Cause 3 blowing up bridges, so...
I don't know what mine is.
I don't even know if you have a video on January 6th, to be fair.
You gotta have it. You gotta find a game.
Well, we already recorded to February, dog.
Well, bro, you
It's
can
like-
record one more.
No, we don't want to record one more.
No, dude.
I got the video schedule written out through March, though, as well. Just because...
Like,
Because February and March, the calendar basically is the same for the first 28 days. Just copy and paste, so that was easy. January 6th. Oh, you're playing Fallout 4.
listen, I mean, I did some reconstruction.
In episode 1, though.
Oh.
Um,
No, I didn't do reconstruction.
Also, though, January 6th, we have our Pokemon Violet co-op Let's Play episode 1 coming out. Very excited about that series.
I'm excited to watch that.
So that'd be cool. But that's that. Closing segments. What do you have for a fact this week, babe?
Let me just scroll. That rocket riding was originally a glitch, but was kept in Fortnite due to its popularity.
Real?
Do you know what rocket riding is?
Is when you ride rockets.
Basically, it's when a teammate would like shoot at you with the rocket. You had to jump, and then you could ride the rocket a certain length until it blew up.
I've seen it. Okay, I've seen like videos and stuff. All right, Wenderland. What's your final song pick?
My final song pick is, since we're still in the Christmas spirit at the time of recording this, I actually do have a Christmas song that I do enjoy very much, and that is the Linus and Lucy song from Vince Geraldini, or Giraldi. I think, yeah, Vince Giraldi.
Okay. What are you picking for your final song of 2025?
I got two.
2 songs to end 2025. All right, what do you got?
I got The General Lee by Johnny Cash.
Okay.
And then I have The Rusty Chevrolet by Shani Gnock.
Shout out to Shenny Gnock, bro. For gnocking in, bro. Like, absolutely cooking. I'm going to pick Anaconda by Nicki Minaj.
Bro, what?
Nicki Minaj is locking in, bro, so.
Nicki Minaj.
Just saying, she's locked in, bro. So, we're locking in, bro.
This is when Wen leaves.
Bro, when Jim left, as soon as he said Anaconda.
Wen did not expect that. Oh, man. Alright. Pokemon of the week. Your final pick for Pokemon of the week, Wen? What's it going to be?
I am going to pick, go with Toxicroak.
Toxicroak, alright. What do you have for your Pokemon of the week?
I'm going with my guy Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Because he's on our Christmas tree.
Pikachu is on our Christmas tree along with Wiglet and Fuecoco. My Pokemon of the week, in the spirit of Wen's final video of the podcast, I'm picking Donphan.
Swag.
And lastly, well, before Wan goes to do his Fortnite emo and I read the last chapter of this book, Fortnite skin. Last time we're doing the segment, we're ending it after this. We brought it back because Wen wanted to do a few. Emily had a few picks she wanted to make. So we're ending this segment after this week. So it's the final Fortnite skin pick for anybody. What do you have, Wen? Who do you want to see have a Fortnite skin?
We've seen in memory. I think you need a Charlie Kirk Fortnite skin.
Charlie Kirk Fortnite skin? Okay.
Yeah, we need one.
Do we get the song with it?
Yeah.
Which
you
one?
That as the
Which one?
Weird Charlie Kirk song.
Yeah, that comes with it. It's in a bundle.
Does it come with the Charlie Kirky Just Popped a Perky song too?
What?
Have you not heard that one?
No.
Good.
No.
I'll find it.
Oh, man. All right, who do you have?
I got my guy Greg Biffle.
Greg Biffle. All right, good pull.
He deserves one.
I agree. We did have Greg Biffle tribute on our cars for Grand Turismo this week as well. Just throw that out there. That was cool. I know a lot of people did a lot of tributes to him. That was kind of our additions to the tributes to him. Who do I think? Last pull. Last one. Last one. Who do we got? I don't know. No, I don't know. I think you picked... you picked Kevin Harvick. I don't think I have. Because you picked him, but I picked Connor Zilic on you.
Yeah.
So I'll pick Kevin Harvick. It's my guy. I don't think I did pick him before. If I did, well, then I ruined the don't pick the same person twice in the final episode. But the final one. But all right. What do you have for Wan to do as his Fortnite emote of the week? Wan's final one. Are you ready, Wan?
I'm ready to see it. Here we go.
Oh man, the link is dropping in our group chat here.
That's wild. That's a long dance. All right. I'm just gonna like.
Get the
We're just gonna.
drift.
So this is what Wen has to do.
All right.
Forgot this was on
Here we
my
go.
tab.
Yeah, Wen's gonna get cooked in this one. Final one.
Final
All right.
land moat.
All right. So
Bro, turn a light on or something.
I have a light on.
Ass.
All right.
I think I like it better without the audio. It's just silence.
There's no commentary. No one had anything to say. Oh man, that was good. That was good. Wen's final Fortnite email. Everybody, give a round of a clapping for Wen. Good job, Wen.
That one's a 10
Nice.
out of 10.
10 out of 10 to finish.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. All right. Before I read this book, it is the last podcast of the year, so we're gonna do like we did last year. Your favorite moment of the podcast. What?
Nothing.
Favorite moment of the podcast from this year, or episodes that Wen was in. I know he was in 1 or 2 last year as well. So, does anybody have a moment that really stood out to them in the podcast from 2025? I know we had some ridiculous moments. Do you have anything in your mind?
Wan's Fortnite emoting.
When's Fortnite emoting? Write these down so we can have these.
I wasn't informed that we were.
I kind of forgot about it until about 2 minutes ago. What about you, Wen? What do you got?
I just I don't have a specific moment. Honestly, I just like coming and doing the podcast, being a part of it ever since like I was invited the one time just to kind of fill in for Janathan and kind of just be a part of this. And so yeah,
Being part of the podcast is Wen's thing. My favorite moment, shitting on the Patriots' fraudulent record across multiple episodes. I've enjoyed that. That's mine. All right. You can just send me the screenshot of just that part because you sent the rest of it already. Now, throughout pretty much since last Christmas, when we got this book, we've been reading a little bit here and there of the Minecraft storybook collection. And I feel like the most appropriate way to finish this off is to read it and finish it in Wen's last episode. Because he's been here for pretty much all of it besides like one chapter, I believe. So we had Beware the Creeper, I Survived a Skeleton, Mysterious Mushroom, I Escaped an Enderman, Journey of the Snow Golem, and now it is time for the Guardian of the Depths, which is about guardians in the depths.
all right, let's hear it.
All right. I was adventuring across the vast ocean. As I paddled my boat, I noticed a huge dark shape in the water beneath.
Real.
I was curious. Once I dove in for a peek, I could see that it was a massive underwater monument. It is made of prismarine, beautiful blue-green blocks. Some of them even appear to change color before my eyes. I wanted to take a few of these special blocks home. I got out my pickaxe and was about to strike.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
You're hitting us with the sound effects when it's time, right?
especially if you're in PS5, then you're definitely not breaking that shit because that shit never ends.
Yeah. You gotta hit the sound effects and I'm done
Yeah.
here. Alright. Suddenly, a loud noise filled my ears, and something strange appeared in front of me. It was all over in an instant, but the shock almost made me jump out of the ocean.
Bro!
Once I calmed down, I looked at my pickaxe again, but it felt heavy. I tried to mine a block, but hardly made a dent. Then I noticed some particles swirling around me. I had mining fatigue. I couldn't break
Why does
blocks.
Bro's head look like that?
It's the mining fatigue, bruh. He's fatigued out, dog.
He's fatigued out.
That image reminds me of like the memes where it just flashes like the meme faces on the screen for a second in like a different color.
Real. Before I had a chance to figure out what had happened, a beam of energy shot towards me from a fish-like creature swimming around the monument.
Ouch.
I swam to the surface to catch my breath and get a better look.
Zap.
I didn't realize that was over there. The creature had one red eye, skin that blended in with the monument, and bright orange spikes. I swam down to try to attack it with my sword, but when I touched it, its spikes hurt me. Despite all these setbacks, I couldn't help being curious about the monument. I took a chance and dove down for a closer look. I swam toward its entrance. It looked like a maze inside. I wanted to go in, but the fish-like guardians swarmed around me, and I was almost out of breath. I had to hurry back to the surface. Bro doesn't have the right helmet and right gear on for this adventure, dog.
Didn't have a milk bucket. Didn't have. It was playing on PS5. And,
Bro don't have the right potions, the right armor. Bro's throwing.
yeah.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
I almost escaped to my boat. I needed to find a way to stay underwater longer and defend myself against these strange sea creatures. Back on land, I set out to collect diamonds, enchant my armor, and most importantly, brew up some potions of water breathing. When I finally returned to the monument, I was prepared. Bro did think of it. Okay. Bro used his brain. With my new armor and potions, I was able to enter the monument. The mining fatigue struck me again right away. My arms felt like anvils, but it was peaceful enough inside to explore. As I swam through room after room, I saw a few guardians, till I turned a corner and swam right into a big, pale eye. It's the big guy. The big guardian guy.
The elder guard.
Big guy.
This creature was larger than the other guardians, and its skin had faded to gray, but it still had scary spikes. It was an elder guardian. I swam as fast as I could. In my panic, I didn't know which way to go. I swam around, down, and up, and ran smack into another elder guardian. All bro had to do was, if he was playing on Java, put down a door, and then he can just breathe and he's good. He can just hide from bro. But no. Maybe he's playing on Bedrock. You never know. If he's on Bedrock... Yeah, you said he's on PS5, so he's on Bedrock, bro. You can't place them doors down.
You got mining fatigue forever.
Infinite mining fatigue. I hid to take another potion of water breathing. It was the last one. I was going to run out of my supplies soon. It was time to leave the monument. I managed to spot the way out, but just my luck, a third Elder Guardian was blocking the exit.
Well, we don't swim by him.
I had to be brave and fight the Elder Guardian, but not right away. For a few moments I watched it, and it watched me, no matter where I went. It stared at me with one pale eye. I swam into attack, but the Guardian fired a laser at me. I dodged it right in time by hiding behind a pillar. I needed to avoid those spikes, and it's time to laser. Now I had the information to defeat it. I gathered my courage and attacked. I timed each smack of my sword perfectly. It wasn't easy, but the Elder Guardian was soon defeated. I had no time to spare. Victorious, but with my breath running out, I blindly grabbed everything it dropped, and swam out of the monument and back to the surface.
Throw it all off for a sponge.
I got on my boat and rowed away before the other guards had a chance to zap me. When I was finally saved, I opened my inventory to check my loot. My treasure for defeating the Elder Guardian was a wet sponge. That seemed odd, but I knew I could find use for it. I'd be back to gather more prismarine and more sponges. There you go. That's our story. Quick thoughts on that. How do we feel about this book?
Good.
I feel like I'm ready to take on the next Minecraft hardcore series.
That gave you the knowledge you needed if you come across
Any of those 6.
if you come across a creeper, skeleton, mushroom, enderman, snow golem, or guardian, you know what to do and how to be prepared.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't read about the Mushroom Man anywhere, but maybe next time.
All right. That is it for today's episode. Again, make sure you guys check out the race playlist on the 31st of December. The last one with Wen. And the playlist on January 1st, the first one of 2026, where Emily and I take on some racing. Both those are going to be in some snow, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is the last episode of Wen, so definitely been fun doing the podcast with you. Obviously, you stepped in initially to take Jonathan's spot till he came back, but you ended up just kind of taking that role and being the podcast host in his spot for the rest of the year. As for Jonathan, he will make a return to the content a little bit in 2026 with some live streams weekly. So that's our plan there. But again, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you next week for the first 2026 podcast with Emily and I. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.